Hi there, I'm Jim Zirin. Welcome back for more conversations. Professor Jennifer Morton is with us. Professor Morton teaches philosophy at the University of Pennsylvania. She has written a compelling monograph entitled Moving Up Without Losing Your Way, The Ethical Costs of Upward Mobility. The book is required pre-read for the entering class at Princeton University. In the book, she sees a conflict between a striving student's aspiration for career and educational advancement and obligations to family and community. We are delighted to welcome Professor Jennifer Morton to the program. Jennifer, congratulations on your book. It's just a marvelous guidepost for any entering college student. In fact, it's a great guidepost for college graduates.
Thank you. In my experience as a college professor, what I've seen is that some students who come are strivers from the United States, right? They might be coming from a rural town or a low-income neighborhood or a working class neighborhood and arrive to a place like Princeton. They might feel the same feelings of alienation and not belonging, but interpreted as something that has to do with them. And not necessarily kind of a feature of the social mechanisms that are in place at colleges like that.
Your challenge, as you describe it, was really a challenge of identity and trying to understand who you were in the context of a larger, really American community environment. But the people you write about, it seems their challenges were economic largely. It's sort of the tension, can I stay in college when I have to go back and support my family, or I have a loved one who needs health care, and we can't afford a health care provider, so I've got to go back and be the healthcare provider.
Yeah.
And in so doing, interrupting education or terminating it entirely. So is that a different kind of ethical dilemma from the one you yourself experienced?
Yeah, certainly. So there are, as you said, Jim, the issues of identity, but often for strivers, the challenges that their families are facing, and these are challenges that many low-income families face, are ones that they can't really distance themselves from fully, right? Emotionally, financially, right? So a striver who grows up in a family in which there are lots of financial challenges might feel this sense that they want to help their family, right? They want to provide support, whether it's that the family needs childcare for a younger sibling or elder care for a grandparent, or just help financially because somebody lost their job. Strivers feel this sense of connection to their families, as we all do, but they also feel like there's something they want to do to help. The problem is that doing that can detract from then pursuing their own educational ambitions and their own career ambitions. And so they end up feeling torn between these two sources of value, the values that they want to cultivate in their own lives, whether it's go to college, have a career that they enjoy, and being there for their families, their friends, their communities. So I saw that when I was teaching at the City College of New York, where I taught for many years, and a lot of my students at CUNY lived at home. And so for them, the challenge wasn't only knowing that family was struggling back home, right, which is the case in some residential colleges, but it was actually going back home every evening to confront and deal with the challenges that their families were facing, and having to negotiate this back and forth. And so many of the students that I saw that had challenges finishing their degrees were facing these challenges because their families needed them in some way, or their friends or their community, and they were trying to be there and be supportive, and this was detracting from them coming to class or studying for an exam or writing a paper. And this often would lead to students getting derailed in their pursuit of a college education. And so that tension for a lot of students is there. But for students at CUNY, and actually many college students across the United States that might be living at home or going to college close to home, those challenges can really be a day-to-day struggle.